Welcome back to my channel. I'm James. Today I'm excited to announce we're gonna deep dive into The Prince of Egypt on 4K Ultra HD. And I did get this in a week early for review so I could dive into this, do all my exclusive testing. I'm gonna do my exclusive 4K versus the original Blu-ray image comparisons to show you the actual differences between the image, let you know the quality of this, and then at the end I always sum it up with my review score that lets you know if you should buy this, if it's worth upgrading to, or if it's something you should own. Now, if after you get done watching this review you decide you want to buy The Prince of Egypt on 4K Ultra HD or the previous Blu-ray release, I'll post both of them as pinned comments and in the description section right below the Amazon direct links. That way, if you decide you want to buy this or add this to your collection, you can always click on those links right down there. There's never any extra charge to you when you click on those links, and it's on sale for the same prices everywhere. But I've done all the work for you and included those direct links from Amazon down in the description section and as a pinned comment in the comment section below. Now we're gonna start off with talking about the original Blu-ray release from 2018. Now, when I got this originally, my kids have always enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the film. Now, I went to see it originally way back in theaters, and it's kind of crazy to think that this is the 25th anniversary of The Prince of Egypt. But I'll get a little bit more to that a little bit later on here. As far as the film goes on Blu-ray though, it was decent. Now, it never was as vibrant color-wise. It didn't look as good as when it was originally in theaters on Blu-ray. And there was some little specks and just kind of like little hairs or smudges is kind of how I explain it that you'd see throughout it that could have been cleaned up better for this release. Now, obviously the colors still looked pretty decent, I thought, on the Blu-ray. Now, once I got the 4K here and was able to sit down and start doing my testing and doing them side by side, that's where you could really notice some drastic changes. Now, this 4K is contrived from kind of an interesting story, so I'll kind of share here. The Prince of Egypt was originally finished at 2K. Then it was put onto 35mm film, and then that's how it actually was displayed in theaters. Well, for this new 25th anniversary, they went back to the original 35mm film elements and did a brand new 4K scan. And that's where you'll notice some differences between this release and the previous Blu-ray release. For example, this one does have a very, very light film grain layer. It's very stable, there's no flickering, no issues with it whatsoever, but it's very, very light. Whereas the previous Blu-ray, I couldn't see that in any shape or form. So because it's a brand new scan of the original 35mm film elements, it makes that kind of like very light film grain apparent in this release, which looks way better and drastically enhances the overall filmic look of this over the Blu-ray right off the bat. Now, some other big changes are obviously this has HDR10. With the wider color gamut and the new color grading and everything they did for this release for the 25th anniversary, it drastically enhances the depth, the detail, and colors of the drawings, and some of kind of like the 3D animations that are throughout it look really superb on this and are a very surprising upgrade versus that previous Blu-ray release. Because as I said at the beginning, I always kind of thought the 2018 Blu-ray was a pretty decent looking Blu-ray. Man, when you set it side by side with this new 4K that they did some nice 4K restoration elements. When I was previously referencing on that Blu-ray, it had some little speckles and things throughout it. I call them hairs, but they're kind of like just digital things that are appearing from it. Those are all gone from this. It literally had almost, I can't really say a pristine image, but man, it's pretty darn close, and it's very, very nice for this film. Now, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to go down and give this video a like and a thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. That way, just like with this review, I get things in a week to 2 weeks before the release date so I can dive in and do all my exclusive testing and reviews. But you'll get to watch these first. That way you'll know right when these reviews come out if it's something you should pre-order or buy. So make sure you go down there, give this video a like and a thumbs up for me, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. Now, to talk about the film just for a second here, I absolutely love the film. I remember going to see it many years ago when it first came out in theaters, actually 25 years ago. Man, does that make me feel old. But when I went to see it, I always really enjoyed the film. And it's actually based on the story of Exodus from the Bible, about the biblical character of Moses. It's an absolutely epic story in the Bible to begin with, showing God's power that really shines through great on this film. And I actually really enjoyed the special effects mixed with the basically 3D and hand-drawn look during those scenes, like when he's parting the sea and things like that. but it really does have some immense power on this. And I will say for the audio mix on this, you do get a very nice DTS-X in English and a DTS HD Master Audio 7.1 in English, along with French and Spanish. Subtitle-wise, English, French, and Spanish, all options on this as well. But talking about the audio mix, like the DTS-X, it had some really good LFE, especially in that scene. Wow, you can really feel it building up as it's parted, and it was really nicely impressive, the audio mix on this over the previous Blu-ray as well. That really enhanced like the musical score in this, which Hans Zimmer did an outstanding job with it. If you've heard the music of The Prince of Egypt, it really is one of the most gorgeous soundtracks I've heard in an animated film as well. And now, for those of you that are wondering, this is a native 4K 2160p. And like I referenced with the HDR10, it really enhances those lights to darks, especially there's numerous scenes throughout it. Now, there is no black crush, there was no banding, no blocking, and no digital noise throughout this at all. It did play seamlessly with no hiccups and no audio issues. Now, showing you what you get in this, you get this absolutely gorgeous, and I'm going to try to show this off the best way I can, but it is actually a gold slipcover. And I'm talking even his like medallions and his headgear and everything is shiny gold. It is probably one of the coolest looking slipcovers I've seen in a very long time, and a very unique use of the 4K symbols being in gold like that. It literally looks great in this metallic slipcover. I was really surprised at the nice job they did adding that touch to it. It does say 25th anniversary on the sticker here. Prince of Egypt, same gold and shiny on the side, and then there's even more gold shiny outer boxes on each of the things. Talking about all the special features that are included, you're not missing anything from the previous Blu-ray if that's what you're wondering. And there's also another reason for that, is because the Blu-ray that is in this is the original Blu-ray release. You do not get a new Blu-ray, so it does not have a new scan of this 4K scan that they did for this with the new color grading and things is not on the Blu-ray release. It's the same Blu-ray release as what we had before. So everything that you get upgrade-wise is all contained on that 4K disc. Now, when you get inside here, this is your original 2018 Blu-ray. This is your brand new 4K Ultra HD disc. Blu-ray's BD50, this is a BD66. And I will tell you, it was plenty of room for the content on here because the film's pretty darn fast-paced. It's about 99 minutes long, but it tells the story of Moses beautifully throughout it, with God's power showing through, freeing the Israelites, and it really is just an epic and grand story, and one of my favorite biblical stories of all time. And it's done greatly on this film. It is based on the story of Exodus, so not everything is 100% accurate biblically wise, but it does a pretty darn good job. And I will say it really brings it to life beautifully for not only kids, but adults as well. The cast in this is absolutely epic. I mean, you have people like Val Kilmer, Michelle Pfieffer, then you had Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey who sang the theme song for this. I mean, and that's just touching on a few of the people that actually contributed to this movie. It really is one of the greatest animated films of all time. And it was shown at the box office with how well this film did, that it shocked everybody because it was a massive, huge animated hit. Now, getting to some more of my exclusive testing, I did the rough average bitrate on this, and I've got some great news. This had a very high, very healthy 71 megabits per second rough average bitrate. I was really impressed with it for an animated film. They didn't cut corners with this by compressing it down. There was plenty of room on the disc, and it looks the best the Prince of Egypt ever has. Now, another thing I wanted to point out about this set is it's 100% region free. You won't have any issues playing either of the discs in here because I tested both of them. So no matter where you live worldwide, if you're wanting to import it or buy it with this slipcover, I've posted that direct Amazon link that ships anywhere worldwide in the description section and as a pinned comment in the comment section below. Slipcover wise though, these are limited pressings. Because they're a 25th anniversary special release, basically these slipcovers are going to be gone after a little while after that first pressing's over, and then it'll come without that. It'll just be the regular case underneath that'll be sold from then on. So if you're wanting these like really impressive 25th anniversary slipcovers, don't wait long to order your copy because of these being limited edition. Now, getting to my review score. For The Prince of Egypt from 1998, a film that I really believe everybody should experience to see the epic story of God's power and just how well of an animated film it is, this gets a biblically epic 9.2. It is a recommended release to buy and add to your collection. You will enjoy this film over and over, and it surprises me each and every time I watch it how good of an animated film it really was. And it was one of the biggest box office animated hits of all time. That's how huge this film was. And it deserved this 4K scan with the work they did on it, and it looks the best it ever has. Back to even when I originally saw it in cinemas, this is the closest representation I've seen. The colors pop and are beautiful throughout it. It is a stable film to watch. The film grain is so very, very light and filmic, but lended to why this looks so great. The wider color gamut enhanced this film beautifully. It earned that recommended 9.2. This is an epic release. You need to buy this and add this to your collection. You will enjoy it. Your kids will enjoy it. I'm blown away at how much better this looks than that previous Blu-ray. And I can only say that the images you see above for the 4Ks, as always, that's standard HDR, dumbed down, because YouTube's algorithm doesn't allow HDR10 or Dolby Vision, anything like that. So just to let you know, what you see there for the 4K native images off of this will only look better on your home cinema and home display, especially if you have a professionally calibrated or properly calibrated high-end display. This just looks stunning on this 4K release compared to the previous Blu-ray. You'll never watch that Blu-ray again, and to be honest, your kids, they're going to want to watch it on this 4K over and over again instead of that as well, because my kids were shocked at how good this looked versus the previous Blu-ray release that they've watched before. It really is a stunning, just great looking 4K. This is a highly recommended 9.2. It's definitely a must buy that you're going to want to have in your collection. Support a release like this of a great film with a great story is my thoughts as well. Because of how good of a job they did with this, it makes me excited to see some more animated films from DreamWorks that they had. Like, you know, they had the story of Joseph, and then they also had El Dorado, and they had Spirit, and they had some really, really good animated hits that were beautiful when they were originally released in theaters. I want to see more of them. This one was such a good job that they did. I am excited to see them do more of these hand-drawn, kind of like mixture with slight 3D effects of animation with CGI combined together so beautifully well with the music. Man, this was a great film. Bring them on, DreamWorks. You did a great job with this 4K release. Make sure to start the conversation in the comment section below. Let me know how excited you are for this release. If you enjoyed this review and diving into this film, make sure to give this video a like and a thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. Let me know how much you enjoyed this film if you saw it originally in cinemas back in, I said, a long time ago, 25 years ago. It's shocking to think it was that long ago. Really makes me feel old because I was older when I watched it, but man, 25 years since then. But I'm thankful to be here every day. I really do enjoy doing this with all of you. If you enjoy all the heart and soul I put into every single one of these videos I create, make sure to join my Collectors VIP Club. That is the only way I'm always able to continue making these videos every single week. I'm not sponsored or paid by anybody. I'm only able to do this through you, my viewers and subscribers' support. That Collectors VIP Club only costs you a couple of bucks each month, but it really does make a difference in the creation of every single one of these videos. If you enjoy all the time, the hard work, the exclusive image comparisons that I do, make sure to join my Collectors VIP Club or give a super thanks through the super thanks button right below this video. It allows you to give a tip or donation of any amount through the super thanks button as well. I really had a fun time with this. Moses' story is one of my favorite biblically epic stories of all time. I think this film did a great job handling it and doing it in a way that's accessible for everybody. No, some things are kind of like added to it. That's why it's based on the story of Moses. But it has so much heart and soul to this film that you can't really look at it badly. I mean, it really does a great job of showing the epic power of God, and it just is a humbling experience to see what happened. And even in an animated film, it's done so well. Make sure to let me know how excited you were for this film. As always, I truly hope all of you are having a blessed day and continue to have a blessed day. And they've always got something new, early, and exciting coming out very soon.